And when we saw him for be or Eastern region, or a good son of JB Danquah, so said JB Danquah, one yet she will come out. JB Danquah, JB Danquah. Munche an achievement back up. On one chrome ofi, on one chrome JB Danquah, on one chrome hokrano. Munche an idea back up. Oh, chrome. But I know another day's discussion. But some Beba Parliament. Momra. Moberia, Obia Pelbi Ofini Krum, no Abonabaso, no problem. But the Etienne say, one Bob Bew, Yan Chow Chow. Oh, they. And then people before you have Buzia. Really? Whatever. Many are not some bad, but they're not a question. I am straight. And this is why I am in pet tribal politics, meaning Jehunkra. But I do maybe as a central region, western region, Volta region, greater. Obian hwehwe nipa owon ne man mu a oye bibi e ma Ghana. Look, I will never stop saying that. JB Danquah, so we for the time any Kwame Nkrumah jina wodi na JB Danquah no Kɔnkɔnsa ni. O di Kwame Nkrumah Kɔnkɔnsa sa JB Danquah no. Say no am kind letter ba ko kire o. Some of his letters ni bi wo ha Adam de beto TV so no won wa omkogu nsa wasie ho no wo mesa omachi akomu fie won wa ekọ asie ho kogu nsa egu JB Danquah da so no mese Kɔnkɔnsa JB Danquah di wo Ghana ho hey, let nobody try. Yes, if you chrome we agree. We chrome ho no fi ya no ya agree. It is of you club now per se. Who said and you nyama and yama sebo. But the Etienne say, and Ukrabia esieno Yabeka. And I'm Murafi say, JB Danquah can say, Akoso Modam, Sakwam and Krabetimi wu, Akwaba, no wu, no Akwaba, on to me Akoso Modam, and I'm Refi. Murafi. Ain't JB Danquah na kai. Se Kwame Nkrumah be wu akwaba. No wu, no akwaba. Akoso Modam on to be see. And so do baby no. Nankro for kontokwa so mo pekane a akọ JB Danquah krom. Akoso Modam kro ya Kwame Nkrumah see ye no. There are documents to show. Time na JB Danquah. Baby, Adum Che, I saw the one here for saying. Oh, Adum Che, I sorry. Sa factory no. Oh. Kede match factory. Asama na JB Danquah troye. Sa Kwame Nkrumah besi matches factory. Eti Kwame Nkrumah be kire Ghana fo nkoda asa de yesi nom jot. JB Danquah na kan. I want to stand, Abraham. Nonsense. Mo bia fa no ho ma wo. Ye JB Danquah na kan. Meanwhile, checking a bush for a year, match factory. Go and check. When we acquire Juma, match factory. Long story short, me nye nunti na me buy. Na, you say, hey, we match factory na, obetre. Ghana phone kwada said the enum jot, said the enum say, said the yes say, because Kwame Nkrumah AC Match Factory, JB Danquah, he officially wrote. Or Troy, yes, or the Nanona kind. And no, I'm kind letter by a I don't want to talk about, and maybe, eh? I dear Yami Yawagana had to say. Yet Nasi, Emma, and Crophobia no throw home professors. And Danny Ghana your history. And Crophobia no throw home professors. Yet Nasi, Emma Danny your history. First one, Professor Dubois, former flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. Professor Dubois and Danny Ghana history nani Etron said you know if he said no necessary Crophobia, and people went to secondary schools to read Professor Dubois' history books. Meanwhile, 80% of all the things that he wrote were not correct. And I am challenging any professor of history to come here, young Fanto, date and time. They Makatro say kwaba yenim Ghana. I am challenging the professors. Come here. And then we sat down and we watched that they twisted our history to suit the UP tradition because they had the backing of the CIA. Now you see, America, for they have a day, yes, when we declassify information about a near maybe a woman in Crophobia. Me say, yedin krata anebeba. No one who dear CIA for boy, meetings are one Ghana for the be ya. Jerry Danquah don't come home. Not Jerry Danquah come home. Was Jerry Danquah not part of those who went to Salt Pond? So we are UGCC for meeting these CIA people for the overthrow of Osage for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. What are we talking about in this country? I am challenging the professors of history. Come here. You before said that Danny Ghana history, then Professor Aaron Michael Quay, former Speaker of Parliament. I respect him and I love him so much. Obepe flag bearer ready with MPP. Me na me kind of profile. They na you launching the campaign. Oh, come on say, Busano. Hey, me didn't have no home. Baby, I'm a fiber, minim. Baby, I'm a dri, minim. Baby, I'm a console, minim. It's me cancer, I'm Bobby Trim Cassam. Me say Professor Aaron Michael Quay, already president, or per MPP flag bearer. And you know, me na me kind of profile. As all launching the campaign, I will grab him. I will come to Culture Center. Or such a message. The only chain in the federal Ghana politics. Me na me de to no. Then I make say me change JB no. Me I say one here it me a twa match. But JB Beka to say crime has no expiry date. But we need evidence. Let me tell you, nobody should try to glorify anybody far and above Kwame Nkrumah. Ayebia, mo East region, Murafi. Say JB Danquah can say, Kwame Nkrumah kwaji a draw at the Abesha Ambassador Hotel a walk of Fodia. It is so real cra, more Bianco Hotel Hong Kong. Have you people forgotten that? He wrote, or Troy. He wrote, say Kwame Nkrumah wie hotel na esiko Fodia na mo Bianco Nkoda because wakwaji a draw at the Ababesha. Yesterday, me the black hanky by, but me the towel in a year white hanky by. Kwame Nkrumah hanky and I send bottom na tuntum. Yes, hey, wakwadi a draw. Na edi paso de we yeda na okuta hanky tuntum. Or the toho. Okofa white handkerchief. Ghana for so wakwaje kankan nyame afri Guinea. Bosoma na conform na ti Guinea e friend kankan. Chi kasa kankan chesa de e bon. Aye Jebby Danquah the kind. Some of Bianco and Quada Ambassador Hotel. Ewo aye Kofodia. The Kwame Nkrumah de Edura Kwasha ho. O kwada ho a obewu. Look, when Park Grant called us, hey, Mr. say us. Well, hold on. Let me take you home. When Park Grant called a meeting, huh? Park Grant. And when I catch was something driver's license, bet your man farmer. I don't who ye brochure na ye de ye na yi no. Me da o copy. Copy de wo. The Kwame Nkrumah twa makan wa hada. The obi aso tro ye ewum. Of friend meeting about how JB Danquah led gangs and disturb Kwame Nkrumah ewo Ghana ha said Emma Kwame Nkrumah enya hoto ewo krom ha so obebu man no. What happened at that meeting? JB Danquah said that he was late, so he came in a polo shirt. Awa peja ne kon. And the same thing is what Nanado did. But because what we know, maybe Sabe, any dear Kwansuni or Bo Kwanso, Ebia when you chairman, but Ebia no Winyan who Sadiano. Mamma Fanon Tonche, I am waiting for those people who are saying, sir, Obiaka said JB Danquah and Yashi or Ghana and Tombe Sanko Parliament. Adam Mobile Parliament, baby, you know, and Yama Meshi a good TV West, Mobile Bob and Sama Ghana. I'm fine on tour. And now, I started going through books. And I'm continuing this morning. And now, Nipa Bebre Frame Captain, we were sad. Captain, we were sad. You are not yet sad. And Krofwa, a war memuha. I'm on Menya ye, you before the happy before. When we Krofwa, I say or may, one thing now you want to say, Oma go school to the brofo better than Ghana for. It is some no. Oma can almost see so. No, ma can brofo. No, when you actually. The piano idea you before MP before you say. Say, and you know na ye iPad ya. Na say JB ye pe iPad ring ye papa. Enti JB Danquah. Maybe son and he's aware. His very first time. How did he describe the tie factory? I'm asking Nanado. How JB Danquah described the tie factory at Bonsa. Akyem Nkrumah sisi ho. And now all African countries imported tiles. One better tie, car tie. Every Ghana they call. I am asking Nanado. He knows. How did JB Danquah describe that factory? Meanwhile, JB Danquah one top bicycle tie, Ghana. JB Danquah one top bicycle tie. Sacre, ne tie. One top Ghana. Sacre, ne tie. JB Danquah top akupese kura Ghana. And what is somebody saying? Say, yen Ghana history. Nema say, kwate. I see JB Danquah they proposing the name Ghana. Please, I told you yesterday how the name Ghana came about. Because Kwame Nkrumah named Ghana National College before independence. So let's rest that case. And me, let me tell you this. Ebi Abuakwa University, who first degree, who master's degree, who could a PhD. It's yatra there, me nkobi, into me kind. And I don't read the books that you read. And I am waiting. There will be a day, I'll blow your mind. Yesterday I told you I was going to talk about the 7-year development plan. Conscientism. Kwame Nkrumah na trust a book we. Where book we University of Ghana for Shirina. Book we University of Ghana. Omu tweja tuni na emu hye no. Sanye boni any adwemfi ana say UP14 kabeda ne be ka tro say obi a wedi president awie books a watchro ne tapes niema e wo ho e fa ne ho no ye ntweja ntubia Kwame Nkrumah time a omo ye amadu so mbesi museum ama Kwame Nkrumah se mesulium o se den Kwame Nkrumah ni tina omo bu ye no obi na tam kosie Omubu Kwame Nkrumah tina omubu ye no ne statue na UP4 led by JB Danquah Buzia orchestrate yam ye bubu ni Kwame Nkrumah ho ne amanyina no ni tino obi na tam kosie me de papa ne beba ntimi ma details even the autobiography Kwame Nkrumah wrote about himself. Share what was that paper you could tell me? We have paper we didn't feel say. Huh? Messi paper we didn't feel say. We have paper ne didn't feel say. Aha. Paper ne didn't feel say. Kwame. What's the main train my train me the akwasha ho? Kwame Nkrumah autobiography onu atro ye fa ne ho a. Sir, obi atena se atro bibi afa no hwe buku no kala nse de esi aye. Wo ya buku edi mfie sei. Ma share na mesi ni ti ase no wantumi ankan wo fie. Cause le gonfo ahene nyina. Share birth and early childhood. I don't want to read. May it too emotional. I don't want to read. Some books were in the University of Ghana. Ashidina. Oh, Ashidina. I'm a fan on. As for the dark days in Ghana, there are a lot of people have read this book online. I'm fancy. Who led? Why not? It's me, my she. Because they wanted to twist the history of this country. I am resting this. And I'll talk about it. I am waiting for the said people. Woman say obi aka say JB Danquah wanye hwe Ghana mebusa bicycle tire JB Danquah Toma Ghana hinesi ye du ba bia wo ho ese so man ye na etre table ho na started dwin. And I keep telling you people say me so who me TV so a one ha won pemasem cause me ba TV so a minima gi oyem mame minimum jiri oyem papa minimum bia Jeminim Ghana asa no menya yetimu no ai kwa ye se nipa mpese babia no kura no tua no ye beka I told you time I ever to about say dum sababa January February me boa sabe ka tere ene endendentie etimi ye line etonyum say or the dum so na bo akufa do hye to ho. But I don't want to go there now. I best say the beautiful thing I want to tell you this morning. When this man wrote this book, Nidini mintimi mo se Gwendolyn Gwendolyn se Gwendolyn so whatever M. Carter extra sabukwe Independence for Africa Huh? This book, go and look for it. I wouldn't talk. Sorry. Maybe I'll come, maybe I'll be. When this man wrote this book, when am I saying I don't know? And only another day's story. Gaddafi book where your friend green book and no me came once some channel. Men kind. And you see, we are going to create a segment on this your when a proper super morning show. This is the most super authoritative morning show. You be creative segment also from May. Some books we mu na you be kind. Hey, what's out of them? Na me some fanship. You be kind. You be creative segment. Green book no, you be kind na. This green book, the whole world. Ye Tony na buano etwa jatum Gaddafi the Troy. Wamo shini na. Why? They do not want any African president to try say obebie ebibifuani. Eti Gaddafi, brother Mama Gaddafi book we friend the green book no omo twa jatum ashini na. Te say the shake Kwame Nkrumah books nyina. One toy into book way very very difficult to get the green book and Crawfordy and Adegu online and a wook kaya no waji husikedi. Meanwhile, a Gaddafi the Troy. Meanwhile, a Gaddafi the Troy. A Shinina now Adia ma ye two Kwame Nkrumah Kasa proper. Are you before yem tell crow? Eye, asempa nabo. Asempa nabo. 7 years development policy. Kwame Nkrumah or the asempa nabo. Asempa nabo. 7-year plan for Ghana. And then you before you check crow. Says I branch and I friend of Kwame Nkrumah no. Sie Ghana obeji Ghana fa na Africa beheli no ekodru baabi a wanhwa yen na ye beyira eti Kwame Nkrumah de no ye otena ase se obe make sure se emfie nson ade bia okwa America ko hu ye you call China ko hu ye. O call Russia hu ye. O call Europe hu ye bia no. Infie so as say de ni bi eba Ghana. Now listen to me carefully. JB Danquah wrote a certain letter. Nya de ye kan na nra no. Sir Kwame Nkrumah ye kromfo. He used the word thief. The thief of our time. And I know there are some university professors and lecturers I will name this term the thief of our time. It was JB Danquah who described Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah the thief of our time. Sir Kwame Nkrumah yes I never way na no was Sam and Ebusiafo. But on him Kwame Nkrumah nua bi oh Ghana have him apart from ono. Kwame Nkrumah ne bra pani your friend say. Ne sister ketwa your friend say. Ono ane maame na opeba na onya na obre. Nya ne ba. Eno Elizabeth. Na obre. Etira oye we na wasisi Japade na wadane ama na busuafo agedai. So JB Danquah described Kwame Nkrumah the thief of our time. Emma obia anya nadwen me call machine no so mama obia anya nadwen wo bibia ho okrom ha o na yenim Ghana mayedi me type bibi tie na titi krom hasa na JB Danquah timi ahwenya me ni ma describe Kwame Nkrumah. So the thief of our time. That year, JB Danquah can say asam no che Kwame Nkrumah. Oshia African president. And I can say it is clear. I am quoting Kwame Nkrumah. We must find an African solution to our problems. And that this can only be found in African unity. Divided, we are weak. United, Africa could become one of the greatest forces for good in the world. Kwame Nkrumah never wanted to do anything for himself. It's a ma ne si dan chair no. Because Nkrumah never wanted to do anything for himself. At the end of the day, JB Danquah described this man as what? The thief of our time. Meanwhile, you before you are comfort or be our grandma. Hey, we say you near Johnny or your comfort. That is how they describe Kwame Nkrumah. But the people, you before you fear. The other day I asked you a very simple question. Yeah, that's a Sagana Sikano. Sikadada Jijibu ni na kogu account. Aju? Yeah, see, yes, say a sick of that. Yeah, if you that I quaff from what? And your my tea say, advertising said the value is what? The same. It's at that material moment that I for frono, the value no pet, ne buono sombo pet. It is asika that I no go account to Bank of Ghana. Ekohwie be ketwa bi gu baabi ne ye the national security atwa ho ne ye twa jatum say ya sika that no eyalo. Me na me ka cho me say eyalo. Sa sika na exercise de go gu account to. Hey, what account to? No, for you can't cry the and Sas got one account to me boy. Hey, why wanna go? Ah, munja isa mo man kasa. Hey, 7-year development plan. Me catch you and no say na we mu asam na meka. So that you can understand the say America join Nkrumah's time. Next America no more 20-year development plan. Russia had 70-year development plan. Russia is the only country under the sun. Time Kwame Nkrumah we 7-year development plan was 1964, January 1964. Na Kwame Nkrumah we book way. Now Russia yes 70-year plan at all. Russia. No, 70 years plan. Na da ho. Per time. Ne bo na den. Ba u Google Russian development plan. Classified that. Yabema mwato. Unye $2,000 I'll bet me ato. Kai. Ube baby a put in fever. And baby a put in wako. Ube tia siye ye proper. Be ketche u baby. Ewo fear ha. Sa put in onyankoi. Won't be kunusu says here. Sa 7-year development plan were from 1963-64 to 1969 to 1970. Do 66 penny to Kwame Nkrumah because they realized that the guy was actually implementing word by word, from word to word. Adia watch Robiano, Kwame Siobe, and then you before were afraid. America was scared that if we allow just one single soul, nipa ba kope, ye jane life for manu, sir, unko sunye dia, oh yeah, trouble beba. America for no one to be answered and first CIA and Magana say ye betu Kwame Nkrumah bayo. It took them almost 4 years, I told you yesterday. Wonim the etia, omu yusu Ghana for. The likes of JB Danquah and the rest of UP. And then baby Ghana atitia pansama kodrei. Hey, UP for the year. And you go no talk. What for 7-year development plan your side for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Troya? Eh? Never be was Shishema Hida, no one personal handwriting, and Kwame handwriting. Never we more Shishimun in a Sissimunina, and Kwame handwriting. Or try as a brew, as a sort of buff one or true. Kwame Nkrumah Betrom, or Wabba Bon Samamano. Or be only be an son and son of it, but the bufo or trot as a doctor. Or your prescription. Ama Kutawa Wunu, but to do pharmacy one eye. Kwame, the first thing or yeah, and I say, as I said, Ghana, any the strategy of economic restructuring and a reconstruction and development. It's chapter 1 or say, the strategy of Ghana's economic reconstruction and development. I don't need the Kwame, Edi Kain, yeah. Mamin Kain, Adebi on one kasa na troye. Forward, of this document, Osaje Funa na tro na de. And let me tell you, there are people or can one boom, and one more tro sa, and woman ya, edahe. One wa Edi Kain, list of members of the National Planning Commission. Oriye ye not a planning commission. And okofa Mr. V Adegbitey Mr. V Adegbitey, whichever. Or a chief architect, Ghana National Construction Corporation, Accra. Mr. J.O.T. Ajiman, Managing Director, Ghana National Trading Corporation, Accra. Mr. I.K. Apalu, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Communications and Works, Accra. Mr. K.K. Apiedu, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Industries, Accra. Mr. S.C. Apentine, President, Ghana National Chamber of Commerce, Accra. Ghana National Chamber of Commerce, Kwame Nkrumah. Mr. K. Abuakwa, Deputy Governor, Bank of Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah Bank of Ghana. JB Danquah today. Ochiberiate. Kra wantibi. Musoana ni particular hano biake kade na dwen ye no. I want people to go behind the delusional written history of this country. That egoistic minded writings. Professor E.A. Boate, University of Ghana, Legon. Kwame so, Mr. B.A. Brown, Chief Education Officer, Ministry of Education, Accra. J.E. Kujo, Director, Geological Survey, Accra. Mr. C.A. Daddy, Chief Agricultural Officer, Ministry of Agric, Accra. Professor Jane Drew Wongski or whatever, University of Ghana, Legon. Mr. G.K.B. DeGraft Johnson, General Manager, Ghana Railways and Harbours Authority, Takrade. And also, because I'm Boba no Meche, Ebia Monday, Meba, Metwe no so, Namedru Doctor, C.O. Ismon, Chief Medical Officer, Ministry of Health. Okay, Mr. A.K. Kwating, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Finance. Mr. S. La Anyani, Lecturer, Legon. J.H. Mensah. J.H. Mensah. So with him, J.H. Mensah. Chief Economics Officer, Office of the Planning Commission. Okay. Mr. H. Miller, Greg, Reader, Institute of Public Administration, Achimota. Mr. H.P. Nelson, Principal Secretary, Trade Ministry. Mr. S.T. Nate, Commissioner, Labour Department, Accra. Mr. E.W. Norte, Trades Union Congress, Headquarters. TUC Kurano. It was Kwame. Mr. E.N. Omabo, Government Statistician, Central Bureau of Statistics, Accra. Mr. E.J. Pra, Chief Transport Officer, Government Transport Department. Sa papa we no kasa banka bia nyira daji wawu. Ado wu yeso. Kasa ye, yobutu Kwame Nkrumah kasa ni na yirai. Mr. E.A. Quist, Acton, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Agric. Mr. J. Ruby Williams, Principal Secretary, Social Welfare. Dr. F.T. Sai, Deputy Chief Direct Medical Officer, Ministry of Health. Mr. J. Teron Kofi, Chief Industrial Promotion Officer, Ministry of Industries, Accra. Mr. P.N.K. Texing, Chief Town Planning Officer, Town and Country Planning, Accra. Professor K. Chum Berema. Sir Professor we on ne papa wo mko de second ko war. E friend sepo the war the minimum ha. Say you took Kwame Nkrumah by na sir Professor we ono ne papa. Owo ne ba no wantimi ama ne ba no ampe ne ba bi antena okodi Kwame Nkrumah chi ye de second ehye ne papa de ha say ni minimum ha. Ne de wura ne mu. Ne ja ne tena ho. Odu fie na ne papa te ho. O ka say da wui na ne papa te ho na moje fi ne toba. Mo so ya mo se dey. Me say fi man dey ko no ho. Ehu chen nra ne ne. Professor Chim Berma Mabundi. Mr. E.A. Winful, Principal Secretary, Ministry of Communications and Works. As we are about a list of economists invited to a conference in April 1963 to discuss the 7-year development plan. You before say Kwame Nkrumah 7-year development plan womun ko ne womun ko china. The so ye Ghana year they were not part of the struggle. It's JB Danquah na mo and mo say or no na boy am ye independence. The so-called useless big six. There's no big six in this country. You before Anko. April 1963. You before say woman ko. It's you before Anko. To say there, Bahama invitee MPP you before no munko senche woman ko. And na Kwame Nkrumah na me pedi ni ma wiye me pesa me spell me ntimi mo eye nkran din me hunu bo enti me spell ya ma mo ye nkran fo no na matimi aboa me na ma pronounce edin ni ye sa ma me no nso no ye Kwame Adamfo no ye Kwame Adamfo pa yawo sa ma no e ma na boa Kwame o ka Kwame wui. It's a man I'm wearing this. You open your eyes. Your friend, the day they met me about D. I'm actually the Ashikishano said ASHIKISHAN. Sama miwe. No, you're very instrumental. But Nkrofo be say, and they mean for a fact. I say, or no, na J. Kwame Nkrumah fi o Covanda point and answer. I don't know. Men pesa mebusa, kemebusa no. Mona catch me. This woman was very powerful and very instrumental. At the time, na Kwame. To say Kwame Donko, Obia Nkono. On a best koi, and this woman, Otemakwala, not ton ade, pa, Osemekobi. Eti Obia what kind? Kwame Nkrumah throw book we no, or ye be a friend executive summary. Executive summary in book we so when you make catch I have a copy. executive summary na Kwame Nkrumah tro no wan fa nka we hu copy no wo me ho oye den no bitimi tro book we wie enfie mienu anso obetro executive summary enye wanwa come home Kwame Nkrumah tro book we wie yo 7-year development plan or tro wie 2 years and so better executive summary. Then he factored in the name of this woman. And no Crawford say because Obano organize a ma and nipa bika honko bintina yes say and when because so cover na poema na no ye Kwame Adamfo but yes say mami we na gini fi ayen Nkrumah fi ni nsam. And both of them were slim and fair. Ya papa bi ono so yankrani. Ni dinu ye Kwatelai or some, let me spell it. Kwatelai Korte. Onu na time a wo mo pe Nkrumah kunu no. Or driving 403 Peugeot speed. Eba ni chasai. Emba chasai. Obo. Eba. Ayankrani. So I am sometimes surprised how Greater Accra can reject the Convention People's Party and vote for another political party. Because Greater Accra saw that man and Nkrumah was something else. Shim. Don't forget, sir, Kwame Nkrumah time. And Oka say, pede. Na Commissioner Bia fi UK ba no we be si gaman chefofro. Obi about the government cheba. Moi. And I've told you, me, no. If I were the president and can afford in a meeting, tell us the truth. Let us know why in the TBD government and it is final. And I am hoping, sir, well, maybe this government will stay to end this MPP gamanche, NDC gamanche, MPP gamanche, NDC gamanche, MPP gamanche, NDC. Obia the gamanche ba, and we another day discussion. Montro no son to home, mame. Sa papa when a drive sa 403 no on a very top speed, so he can pave way for Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And then people sit in this country and say what? I promise you I'll read the forward for you. I'll say the 7-year development plan, which is now published, embodies the proposal in the party's program of work and happiness. Adopted at the party congress in July 1962 and accepted by the country. The plan provides the blueprint for the future progress and development of Ghana as a nation. It is a program of social and economic development based on the use of science and technology. Kwame Nkrumah, look at the time. Okay? January 1964. Kwame Nkrumah was talking about science and technology. So can somebody tell me, sir, science and technology on Adeba Nkrumah? Hey, can you say that? I will expose the UP to the last drop of my blood until they go down on their goddamn knees and apologize to this country. Can somebody tell me someone on the digitalization back Nkrumah? Kwame Nkrumah is talking about science and technology. 1964. Where was Baumia? Where was Mahama? And Niama. Entiasi and so Metesa Crawford can tell me can be. Timpacho say atem didi afache me mente ase. Based on the use of science and technology to revolutionize our agriculture and industry. Besi ne obi abedi president okrum ha all kind Greek no kind industry. It is designed to provide the basis not only of our national progress and prosperity, but also our ability to contribute to the advancement of the African continent. Our aim is to establish in Ghana a strong and progressive society in which no one will have any anxiety about the basic means of life, about work, about food, about shelter, where poverty and illiteracy no longer exist and disease is brought under control, and where our education facilities provide all the children of Ghana with the best possible opportunities for the development of their potentialities. Sadie way, and a JB Danquah said potential, you need litis, esoso. He mocked Kwame Nkrumah for using the word potentialities. Mwa. Kwame Nkrumah say, where you forward the you go details, or say, as I say, chichiri or my Ghana or mine who buy a din. Kasa din. Ewo wiase mu a Ghana ni bia dana so sore a onjene niam nketenkete bia yehia se ma wo ye nipa a obetimi atena se ache de edi kan eye adwuma work de toso mienu food aduane de toso miensa shelter baby a wodi uti beto o se esese Ghana be your man where poverty and illiteracy no longer exist and disease is brought under control. Ose baby ese Ghana be your man oh here no longer exists. You haven't read it because Legon Ashinina University of Ghana for she book wayna where poverty and illiteracy no longer exist. Na Kwame Nkrumah says okay, so poverty ever to Ghana for there. Mama starting see factories across the country. We are school now. San 7, me wa. San 7. Sisan kana JSS 3. We are ya near friend of Form 4 elementary school. We are ya pa we adwuma ye. There's some type of factories be Kwame Nkrumah tro ye one of his memoirs. San ko be ye wentimi anya ne etu no ewo ho ye be ye.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Any two Kwame. It's 2 years San 7. Your friend Form 4. As one control common entrance. Who may be Form 4? Na ya tro krata sebra na be ye adwuma. Danado Danquah Akufo-Addo Ewa University of Ghana Legon. Na Akufo-Addo leading demonstration. I mean somebody ask him Otiasi Onwui. And I've been told and I say from the day he left office, every morning, Otiemi, Nana, now watch me in the eye. Let me tell you this.
Captain Smart.
And Professor Nana Danquah Akufo-Addo demonstration wa akukọ ho. Debi. Mushi Akufo-Addo mumisano. Osi rooms na ye de ma omo sosododo.
Today, you don't hear it.
Na she ni dining. Etu kwa University of Ghana. Ye ma wa dine ba ko kakraka. Baby, all the bags besi. Ni ya ye wardrobe amount. Bisananado, that time, na we were University of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah may supply of provisions.
Today, you don't hear it.
Cocoa marketing company, and the cocoa products about Brewer University of Ghana. In Akufo-Addo, now our cocoa drinks, any chocolate free, Kwame Nkrumah supply. No.
Today, you don't hear it.
And Akufo-Addo leading the very first demonstration said, a dino double sonoro.
Today, you don't hear it.
He is alive. Akufo-Addo is not dead.
Today, you don't hear it. Irish young people are in Ireland.
He is not dead. He is alive.
We want young Africans to stay in Africa.
It is sanity there. And then a danka kraka. Ya di wardrobe kitu ebi ase ho. Na baby amedem bag besi. Na me passing 50 so be a yadeda be say funu. Akufo-Addo ti ase so wuyi. Ma body di mumu sano. Also, Bema on challenge it.
Today, you don't hear it.
Te Akufo-Addo the next demonstration
Today, you don't hear it.
Nana-Addo ankasa nkukwa nam no mo wedudu tie ni ye osi ya mo fish akese saa na afa so say ye bra mo chicken so a akukwa half.
Today, you don't hear it.
Nana-Addo te ase onwui at University of Ghana that time na Kwame Nkrumah ye mampani no Nana-Addo mo ko university no ye ma akukwa fa eti me ni JB ye were 4 chicken ya chemienu JB afa half na me so afa half for lunch me ya man fish for supper na ya say wo kwa breakfast ye be ma meat fillet if say meat ni de say en nyam ntam wo yam enuti ena Kwame Nkrumah ma CSIR ye from say Center for Scientific and Research eba yes Ghana for university for graduates they be say when we meet we fish we chicken sa when we yama team enuti na sa university lectures they be kaya ya me yasa matches our books no when ko fa nominane eba ye okay Emma a Kɔnkɔnsa aka former vice president of this republic Rollins papa na sum papa de debe obimpe e fe say Commander Steve obimpe oya na dwi so ko Sevina Rollins de na batwe e wo Steve obimpe yam
only me ya dia you careful I'm too more than pa
you people don't know niam akoso o mem ha
only me ya
ye fe no nche no another day discussion
Ojai.
enti oma ena Kɔnkɔnsa ka I remember Esachiri oh yeah campaign Ola onu nti yesu ya besan ya zaba numna yi
Today,
today
you don't hear it.
Eti sisara ye universities no hoy na wa se eti nyenso nyame ya adom na se yaba yes numna yi baba iti na wo yamitima enuma na anyi mina me kan Kɔnkɔnsa ka wo fi asuehya na wo branch left na wo kwesa akire hona Kɔnkɔnsa ka akokan enuma na anyi park bi asem 30 eti every month bi awo 30 parks for a year eti January wo 30 make them akuma 30 February 30 March 30 wait 30 up to December eti university students bi ho almost say mo milk na Kwame Nkrumah de ma mo no ekofie komo parents
Someone
ye too Kwame Nkrumah JB Danquah can say there's so much milk and honey in Ghana and Kwame Nkrumah could have channeled that through our taps meboa let nobody dare us in this country. JB Danquah ka say Ghana ha say Ghana ha ewo ene meriche ewo krom ha enti ka Kwame Nkrumah se waye nsuo ama Ghana fo a ko betime the milk afam ma Ghana fo ubie pipe na wanom nyansani ban na pipe ubie milk na eba come home. This is Sonia. The can't some chama. It's in Nana-Addo. The second demonstration is said, or we meet anopa. No worry, chicken area, fish there, a moha. No worry, Nana-Addo. I could find so on TV that. No, demonstration. Or tell and no Jean and this was Jubilee House. The referee who's the president at now order.
The Uye pa classe.
Tie. Nana-Addo da yesu e mahama in ada ne wan fa akonwa na wo de to Land Cruiser mu na nkwa ankotena so ka ho na abewu se woni tumi biom se Akufo-Addo tena bench so a owu eno a akonwa ate so entema ne ye de afa ho obi ahu akonwa kono akonwa na ate so no so ko na esi ho wo tena so wanwu you before so let me tell you this history. This is deep secret. Bisa penimu bia otiasia onwu ye. at the point in JB Danquah's life, no call UGCC meeting or the Akonyako. Well, yes, I see your meaning. If you want to challenge, come and sit here. Emma, Nana, stop on here, your friend say, yay. On Achina, no. Stop on Nankasado Hene, yay, I've forgotten the name. Already. Wow, what kind of bet me a trauma me? Stop on Hene. When we invite him to say, Uncle UGCC for meeting. That time, not Salt Pond. Any man kasim chirakaso. I was a say yes infantman girls. So we need catch now. Any port to be CSA at Chemfo. Any man kasim tem bonko hene. Document no wo. Would you achieve your Oba me yamam waka? Nana, I think he's searching. Yes. Oh no, everybody na konya beduya. JB Danquah so ba yeso na konya. O se onzo no meet ni mentinem. One chama him fa ye wodim ha. Wokwa sopona. Wudu na nkese do a ye obronu bi a eto so ye fra no ankafo right. Why you careful? Why do you say ankafo na wo keko so? Dabi. Ye wa ankafo bi wo salt pond na nkese do na ti ye wo kro bronu bi ho kro wo ho ye fra na ankafo. That time no na ankafo hene na oye warrior ono okoopum. The only first ohenia ono onko with nipa okopum ekokum bonsu no wakum shark o tumikum bonsu no de naba okokum shark no de naba anything na tete no waka kire say ankafu nsropo ankafu nsrobo bonsu and then amachire wase enti se wakopunu mu a no wakokum bonsu no de naba where asem na me ka kire wo no no akwakum shark no the number no abetwitwa na na yeremu ye 8 no atwitwa sa time so na sa oba bagie aduru a odi bedware a ofri sopon ankafo no aba mankasim wotra mankasim a wobetra ansan the junction the krobi ho ye fra jedu kroni ni din ni jedu da wo bia fra kroni jedu bia mo sesa kroni din de bagie aduro.
The king of
na kasane harin tam so no ena ma ye be ya ni jedu enye jedu eye beji eduro na we free ankafo akodware eduro no proper sa oba omutoma unimtoma amasi na wa nante from jedu ana ni din pan ya jeduro beji eduro because any partner yare was central region ahemfu nyina e hono no mkwaje aduro enti gomwa sen ma hene a ni nuane asante hene temiye gomwa sen ma hene a ni nuane asante hene anu ya another day story baba be kire omu wa hu de ntia gomu asen ma hene ni nuane asante hene ye fa no nto nchen sa wo kodware aduro no wajedu jeduro ne sa wo betwam ne sa wo free this side a obe branch etimi akọ salt pond and the other part ntem ne sa wo de wani kire nkran kwan a age wo kọ na sekan na asante hene e de share eye asen ma hene ne maame nsam a ka kire ne se edi gomu ana se kire mo kwa mo meboa ye.
He is smart. He is
And
unique.
another day story.
He is the best.
Gomuafo, one mo nyam pantefo. Gomuafo, one free Israel. That time no Bruman kuma adapage ni osuna betwam. Enti gomuafo na ka kire. E pra kire. Enti na gomua pe na bo aprede, aprede. And another day story. We'll talk about that one. enti so ko jedu no ko dware aduro no na oba otimi gina epono ho na asroche ntimi mmoyie e wa ankafo na wa ben ankafo hene ena ono na na danfo pa ene na ankase do hene osana eyi ntuma yo totoba metum maye ndem wehuru abofom enti sa mehuru mabofom ana UP for the to omonyom no whontimi nye JB Danquah he onhuru omofom no eho ne go and read the UP history obehu wehuru mabofom baby amehuru mabofom no wono afri na ankase do ene ankafo ola na yo totoba janmam mam wehuru abofom. That was when Kwame Dimirika, your hall be was up for Hammond Hall. Who do sup on Abisa Hammond Hall? Any another day's story. You can also want them. As a 37 steps. Away Grabado. Now, Mammy Bito, I am not Kwame Kosarano. And also another day's story.
Captain Smart.
Kwame, no, a guy. If you don't know me, I'm telling you. Kwame, a guy. Be another day's story.
He is smart. He
And
is
see,
unique.
now Castle, he say, hey, Subasma, one say and I him for ya. You what them ha? What's an Anna? I'm going to say, I owe him. No, Sebastian say, me made the Canamaba. Not the Mabran say, why late? No one was there, go for free, Aban, was there, so I break go for all. Or tell me answer another to one answer. So fancy to one answer, just a wood to my dear so. Would you my conduct himself? Papa munya JB Danquah funu na musano. Someone am kogunsa. Mo say sama focus am musano. He was walked out of that meeting. Na kasedum mahine. Na me ayame yesa salt pon asay. Me ye president in there. Akyem will become the political tourism city in this whole world.
Captain Smart.
Montreal no sonto.
The king of morning
Salt
shows.
JB Danquah for the very first time in the UGCC meeting, he was walked out. He stood at the door until the end of that meeting.
He is
Nana
smart.
Chinikasa
He is
ya
unique.
all piano as a JB Danquah otimi ewurem because of course na konya Akufo-Addo so ba oso akonya.
Today,
Pesa wunim Ghana menya wadwe sa otu fie sa wanyini sabe waben sabe dabi oman no ye obebi ewo. Eti Kwame Nkrumah kan or say where poverty and literacy no longer exist. Why do you say me refer home?
He is smart. He is unique.
Sir Kwame Nkrumah say ohia buburo and now we call Malaysia. Now we call Singapore. Adia your friend ohia. Poverty any Malaysia, any Singapore. That is what Kwame Nkrumah wanted to do. Poverty and literacy no longer exists. And what did he do? He started building secondary schools. I told you yesterday, he built the triangular secondary schools. Winneba, Apam, Swedru. And yet JB Danquah, as I the JB Danquah can't find triangular schools. No. I told you yesterday, go and listen to yesterday's tape. I'm not repeating. Because me time ya so boy me padis. Straight. We're seeing Fancyman girls. Now, we're here at University of Ghana. We're seeing Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Kwame Nkrumah see here. We're seeing University of Cape Coast. And who say Eastern region and Mamimbo Chebi for Abaso for one reason.
Captain Smart.
It was the then Chebi Hine. Because here. Chebi, no, you dikro. No, you dikro. History no, ewo ho. Ewo bukum. Anya de obi atro wa ya no bi dandan no.
He is smart.
Eti wo fa Akyem enclave na. Won wa mahene makomako miensa. Eti ye ni oche hene. Ye wa Akyem Chebi hene. Cause Akyem asase da ho na mahene wo ho no omo bro baako omo nya baako pe bisa no nka cho ye wa Akyem boso ye wa Akyem kotoku wo mu nyina ya hemfo bia ye mahene bia paramount chief. If you don't know your history, don't let any historian to deceive you. And no chain the case baby ade na kro no ho. The way Amfantefo ni si sua de no dangerous. The likes of Kwajiriagre, Thompson Anand. Papa be your friend Tommy Anand Forsen. Onye Tommy Anand Forsen now be kire me radio no. Tommy Anand Forsen na. Tommy Anand Forsen ni na. And a chair Professor Alote mathematics.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best. Captain.
It's Tommy Anand Forsen you know when ni na no ye outside broni. Oye kokokoko no he be ma ho ofese ono oni papa bia ni din ke na di kan na second name no en na di kan enya amanson wa no mabo e kire ye bebodi no KN ne ho ofe.
He is smart.
Who said that Kwajiriagre, Tommy Anand Forsen and then the rest when we draw Ghana map no any idea no sorry the central people they are up to something. It was the then Chebihine when a credit that goes to them. Said they will rally the entire eastern region, the eastern corridor. So Bianco school. Sir, Adriana Bagana have a friend girl child education. Let me say this today. Me we are the Papa Mecca, we are Bonia Mecca. A Chebihine. And the status of Banwa a be if say no war our fasiba be friend Amanwa na kwa University of Cape Coast or kwa geology the first female you find on tonchen. I'll tell you that another day story. Wanna rally the people from the eastern region say one coast because central for the coast school ni sa Kwame Nkrumah so say no efisrem Eba Cape Coast, Apam, Winneba, Swedro, Takrade, and Wua Dodo. Obeba Chimota School, Emua.
Captain Smart.
It is an area. A slam so sikan niho. Eti otumrika no constantly free education. I was slim. Eti Kwame Nkrumah forward not today and say, as I said, Ghana year Maya within just 7 years, as I saw here. Any bonye illiteracy one go to school and say free or man. Nyame nam tro yo. Any poverty and illiteracy no longer exist. No longer o. Nyesa kakra ho. Nyesa ohia kakra ho da bi poverty no longer exists. Obi nka no kura nkyere me. Tama na Kwame Nkrumah edi mampeni wo krum ha. Efie be na ohia wo. Très bien. If you ever na cratch dinim, it is samra no. So we form 4. We are tough cause we the wood mirika kwa yedwa de sika be fie. And your friends say we mesu me fie jadum. And na this a time na ba Ghana ha. And we mesu me fie e jadum. Hey. Oba no why cratching? We college. Sa na e ka no. Oba no we college. Onu fie jedum efisa obekwa koye adwuma Kwame Nkrumah factory no the sikaba. This is what Kwame Nkrumah did. So we ye adwuma so we casual workers yeah casual workers Kwame Nkrumah factories ni na when casual workers no teenagers as a casual worker you more appointment letter because we are underage it's more from Obia Yamo appointment letter akwesi managing director every weekend ukofia ya ye policy atoho yamba wenduane ekofie eno na ma the very first time abosu glass factory 4-year demonstration say Obia ekofia adwuma baby oye adwuma na yama ne bi dikọ etisa wo ye adwuma wo kede match factory yama match sikofie wo ye adwuma pencil factory yama pencil kofie. But yen de ye glass, ye car tie. Bonsa, ye coffee aden ye de beko. ana Kwame say ye metwa ni nyinam
Today,
ti the man
you don't
say
hear it.
edu weekend bi a wo mu wo sardine wo come beef GNTC nya ne ntem no mo nya sa de ne ma me bwana bi sampani for no
Mayana.
na wo de ko no akonoa no wadi said be ya wani beje na aduane wo fie because Kwame has said that any kwan say aduane a problem and disease is brought under control say yare pa de uboa. And where our educational facilities provide all the children of Ghana with the best possible opportunities for the development of their potentialities. Some potentialities when the JB Danquah did Kwame Nkrumah tell us say sabro ni we say that's when Oxford Advanced Learners say current day dictionary. So where is JB Danquah? The material basis for a socialist society can only be created by the labor of its people. This requires the highest sense of dedication on the part of all within the society. In working for the economic and social reconstruction of Ghana, we must see to it that the fruits of the people's labor and yet corruption, the fruits of the people's labor shall belong to them, not to any class of exploiters. Not to any class of exploiters. Kwame Nkrumah, any class of exploiters, you know, or with the executive summary, no, 2 years after this book, they say, Yebenya domestic exploiters and external exploiters. External exploiters, you know, ebeya abrofodo. Domestic exploiters, you know, ebeya nkrofo won wadwen ye won say, omumu odu, omuhu oden, den. And on a man nkrofo because say, Kwame you mistake because na Kwame a dream no. He thought as of that time, Sanukra we so the American said that Santini was becoming too big. I know why I have every Asante I have for in Asante for.
He is smart. He is unique. He is the best. Captain Smart is the king.
Bechem Doma Tepa. When you die Asante for. And a Kwame say no, oh boy, we are Kakaka, we are Hadri. And not yet. Na bibi kakra ewo ho.
Captain Smart.
And not yet.
King of morning
Na bibi kakra ewo ho. And no dey ahafo koka abono ho no keti no as a region. What I say? So one say ebenya local exploiters. So nobody should become too big. Odi Ghana ni ni bedi agro. But first of all, we must create the wealth. It's who kind of executive summary. Kwame Nkrumah show you 2 years after writing this book now. Okache say, as of that time, he had wanted to create 100,000 millionaires in Ghana. It's that Kwame Nkrumah dream what it mean and say, Ghana for Makumako 100,000. As of that time, 1964. Kwame then person say, I said, Ghana for Makumako 100,000. When we are looking for the millionaires in this world, 100,000 Ghanaians must be part.
Today, you don't hear it.
The only way to build up the national wealth is to maintain a maximum rate of productive investment in industry, agriculture, and individuals. Did I write this? Follow me. We want
young Africans.
Me, I'm not a lazy broadcaster. I read.
Captain Smart, the king of morning shows.
The plan, therefore, lays its greatest emphasis on the modernization of agriculture. From Kwame Nkrumah time, was starting modernization of agriculture. In the executive summary, was starting state farms. And then Swesha Kuberi na you try to go. You the whole in statistics in moi. Swesha for certain state farms to Kube ho. Kwame Nkrumah policy about maize and cassava. For Gomwa. Gomwa sasana da honi na no. Me bi say Gomwa for hemfu nyina say mon hwa de mon fa mon nananom eizi kwando mponcho. Ami ye Gomonye o. Say nyima oboy me ye Gomonyi. Say you me catch ro ye gomoyi. Emi me ye gomoyi. Zimechi that him ye.
He is smart.
Iba adintina if you kro biado. Na re kokro o twa do a e bofo kokwa. From Apam Junction to Gomo Kumase kokwa. Gomo Kumase to Enyemi kokwa. Enyemi to Ogwa kokwa. Ogwa to Mankesim kokwa. Mankesim to Takwa kokwa. Takwa to Techimai kokwa. Techimai to Debisu kokwa. Debisu to Ayamfro kokwa. Yamfro to Esiem kokwa. Esiem to the friend say Mozano kokwa. From Mozano to say
he is smart. He is unique. He
is
the best. Captain Smart is the
Church of Pentecost data one na ofri kokwa we fit the rampon ekọ pinanko kokwa unim de ntia Kwame Nkrumah saw something in kokwa no eno me nka ne eno so ya another day story. And our starting state farm say ebro ne banche a Ghana bedi pa de etese ho na fi etina Kwame Nkrumah dibirika besinko kumkwa and tem only CSI area and I'm sure you nya banche one more ban me refi no me so na me dua be me refi banche ye di wodi etese wodi puna etese bayire eti enfantman girls and almost started Kwame Nkrumah ma di kan started bob banche apesie e ma enfantman girls for bisobi akọ enfantman girls no mu di banche apesie bisobi akọ enfantman girls no mu di banche apesie ma akọ enfantman girls no mu di banche apesie Kwame Nkrumah hu say sa banche na free gomu asase so no e ma manyini promprom enti gomu ani ba ne nufu nguntam dabi nufu na ye tantantai wo Ghana ha no gomu afọ ma nufu engu nkwase aguo etimi si ho che
he is smart.
And then your friend Bobby Stan no which ya gomu ani ba na nufu no wo ho de mu odu Ejiraso senso time a umpogu afunupom 3 days onya fasting 1 main anam ho gomua because abanche no entiantia bi wonu na emu no ase sugar bi wodi a wo dere eti Kwame Nkrumah enfantman girls wo mudi banche ne sa abesi ne sese ba enfantman girls wo mudi banche bi because gomua for elusi baby omu fi ba gomua you are forgotten where you come from but I know another day story. Monday I will continue this. Monday, me and them upon JB come on can about to Monday, I will continue this with conscientism and the 7-year development plan. Now remember what who said on minor yetimuno Ghana, we have everything. Why are we poor? It is because we have never had a president. Why not we saw Befa Bible? Bible it's a lie. Bible is not the word of God. Bible is a document that contains the word of God. Where nyamiasem? Nemom a young woman nyamiasem e won't be. Because Satan so kasai. Satan o nyame.
Africa is rich and not poor.
Kwame Nkrumah for Bible. Any nimdie no fa nyame asem na e wo Bible nim any ta Kwame Nkrumah ko sua theology no in addition to economics to know the Bible principles of human life and building a nation no they can't we hu and also say na tie dia mama yensom nkan nyankopon na oyo osoro ene asase no na JB Danquah ni UP for say Kwame Nkrumah ko di aduro di abakrum ha. Betama so me ka to say boy 8 on me pa me 8 na abono. Mewe